Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. So, if you are interested in the new moon messages between myself and iScribe Steph, they're happening on the new moon at the end of the month, and the link will be in the description box below. It's a special event that will be held over Zoom. So if you have any questions about that, please direct those to Steph since she's booking them. And if you are interested in the Manifestation Core Principles class, I believe there's a couple of seats left for July. Definitely check the shop. There's also a 10-minute subliminal commission that's available in there. It's a collaboration between myself and Immortal Bloom. So let's see. Okay. Taking a step aside. And allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, there's a big energy that just like surrounded me. That's how it felt, just surrounded me. It's almost like if something came in and just like enfolded the space. It feels very, very protective. And it feels very, very old. Let's see what's going on here. What's the message? Okay, it's showing me almost like these like little slides or something. They're like little things. Each one is a different life. Whoever this message is for, you have a very powerful spirit that's been with you multiple lifetimes, and I do think that some of you who this message is for, you know that. It's almost like, oh, I just heard the charge. It's like it was charged to be with your particular soul every time you incarnate. Okay? It comes from an origin point. For some of you, I don't know if this is going into starseed material. Heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. Okay. Chamber of the violet flame, karmic release, radical transformation, and one more. Sword of light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. So one of the things that this feels like is, for some of you, you may resonate with being a starseed. I don't think that that's going to be everybody, but some of you, this almost feels a little bit like if you resonate with like Atlantis or like Lemuria or something from a time before keeps coming through. I'm saying that because the High Priestess card is what's being given to me. There's a whole reason why that's what that symbolizes for me, and also this sort of gateway look here with the pyramid showing up on the bottom. But for some of you, there is going to be heavy starseed stuff. If you don't necessarily resonate with the starseed, all I mean is that coming from a different place, most often it's actually a different universe. So, but there's something that has followed you, and it's some sort of charge from a time before. So this is a spirit that's been with you. Some of you may recognize this. You may have, for example, experiences with alien sort of energies, and or guides that just seem like they come from a different dimension, like they're cross-dimensional. So there's something about this sword that's very important. Now it's throwing me into like Arthurian legend, where only the rightful king can pull the sword. There's something about whoever this message is for, it's like you're ready. There's something that you've been preparing for lifetimes, and now is the time that you're ready to pull the sword. I don't feel that this is necessarily like that, like a battle sort of energy. It's just that it's the rightful role, the rightful path, the rightful... I don't even know what to label it. It's very interesting. Some of you have had to really lower some sort of shields or guards or layers inside of yourself in order to step into this place. Those things were things that were robbing you of your actual calling or your actual purpose. They also are things that we hold on to keep ourselves safe if we don't want to believe who we actually are. So there's been a long process here, almost like an identity battle that's gone on for somebody, whoever this message is for, and you're coming to a place where you're in your authenticity enough for this sort of violet flame activation. So because the violet flame is coming through, many of you may actually resonate with being like a magical practitioner, or having come from someplace else, or being an old soul that has carried some sort of path or tradition with you. There is definitely some sort of activation taking place in the collective that I'm speaking to right now that is in terms of a higher hidden knowledge. Lots of fire imagery also, so fire might be significant to your practice or to you at this moment. Threshold. Someone is definitely on the threshold of this, so stepping over into this energy of the creator. Okay. The bottom is the animal. So I almost feel like this is the past, right? This is the dream. This is the instincts and the survival that have been gone through. The way that we perceive things from this kind of a base sort of nature, and then doing this entire work to come through this path to really refine ourselves, to evolve ourselves, to release the layers, to, for many of you, release trappings of the ego, I guess is how I want to put it. For some of you, I am going to say that I do feel a little bit like you've been really stepping onto the path of non-duality, especially with this creator card showing up. And for others of you, though, this is really trying to answer to a higher calling or some sort of purpose. For many of you, I'm going to say this, you've known what you were supposed to do since you were very little, because this is something that you came in with. You may not resonate with having an awakening because you may have been born awakened, if you know what I mean by that. So and that's not going to be for everyone. Dream work is also very significant to some of this collective as well. Solar plexus work, really coming into your own confidence and your self-efficacy and your belief in yourself and your godhood, is something that is probably what someone is going through at this moment. Someone may even literally have a sword that has like the what is it, the scroll work or the etchings on it. Okay, and the Arthurian legend is going to be very important for somebody who this resonates for as well. So those are some symbols that are just coming out right now. Atlantis is going to be something that was very intriguing to everyone who is in this collective that I'm speaking to. There's also something about mechanism, some sort of mechanism or some sort of like device of some kind that's important for this collective as well. Whether that is a literal mechanism or if it's in the idea of like stellar constructs. Okay. And then the threshold that we're stepping into is the ability to actually create, the ability to have that expansive energy and to create something. This is something that we were charged to do, whoever this message is for. I am seeing that there are things and times in history working at cross purposes to this actual current. So you may feel, for example, and this is like a long stretch, so forgive me, it's just I'm just going to come up with something for this because they're not telling me what it means. For example, if you are somebody who is on the quest for some sort of magical truth or some sort of energy work truth, but you were burned as a witch, and there was this whole period of time where there were all these burnings, and so you went through several lifetimes where you weren't able to uncover this thing that is on a soul level you're supposed to do, something like that, right? Oh, I just heard witch wound, so yeah, so for some of you, you may definitely resonate with the idea of the witch wound. There is something about knowledge keeping, not like gatekeeping, but knowledge keeping inside of this energy for me. Holders of like sacred knowledge. So things like the Library of Alexandria might be a very interesting concept for whoever this collective is. And we may be understanding that we are on the precipice of something, that there is a change coming, that there is something coming, especially with this threshold card showing up. There's one step to take. There's one step to take. Okay, liminality, again, the in-between. We're in between something and we have that one step to take. It's almost as though there's a choice involved. The cards can land in any kind of way, but which way they land depends on some choice that we're about to make, and that's what's being symbolized by the threshold card here. Which way does it go? And so that's why this message is coming forward from this very protective spirit who has been with you. It seems to be waiting for a particular type of activation or initiation on your part in order to come in for partnership for whatever this goal is. It's like this is what this being has been charged with from a time before. So wherever our soul originates for this particular collective, it's a highly magical sort of civilization. It's like a very magical system that was worked. I'm getting very heavy, like Mesopotamian, Babylonian vibes also. Here we have a universal spirit. Some of you, I am just going to say this, some of you may resonate with having a jinn or having some sort of spirit that has followed your family, a familial spirit. Here we have the universal spirit. And in this universal spirit, it's the combination of the sun and the moon. It's the combination of the masculine and feminine energies. Someone here, your charge is to basically find a way to merge things. Again, we're coming back into that space of non-dualism, where there's nothing outside of me that's not also inside of me. There's nothing inside of me that isn't being shown outside of me. Two halves becoming a whole to create a third, right? This path, for whoever this message is for, it's required a lot of discernment. What I'm really being drawn to here, however, the scales balancing on this book, it's like the knowledge itself has at times thrown us for a loop. Whether it's things that we're literally learning in books or if it's the knowledge that we've had inside. There's parts of our path where we've understood that, wow, that wasn't the point, or that was showing me something other than what was being seen on the surface. There's a whole theme that's going on inside this collective about the heart space becoming lighter. I'm seeing the scales now as the balancing scales of Ma'at. And so divine timing has been very important for this collective. Things happening in the right place, in the right time, in the right order. Not forcing things may be a lesson that this particular collective has had to learn. How to bide their time, how to let the process happen. How to allow. There's definitely some big picture thinking for whoever this message is for. So if you're somebody that, you feel like you have a hard time seeing the big picture, this probably isn't your reading, because that's standing out to me as a marker of like who I'm speaking to, is this very big picture thinking. I'm seeing it almost like this, like here's the individual and the human body and the human experience radiating all this energy, and then here's us looking down on it and understanding where we've been, where we're going, and where we're supposed to head. The problem is that there's this one decision. So what is this decision? Okay, I feel that that's going to be different for everybody, but it has something to do with what it is that we're trying to grow, right? What it is that we're actually deciding should be. With the gardener, some of you, it may have something to do with your roots, your family, your home life, your job, your security. So there's one thing that they want me to talk about here. It's something that has to do with the transformation of perception here, with the death card showing up. And that's this. Oftentimes when we get into these more spiritual, more like far-reaching concepts, we start to discredit the life that we have here and the importance of building here. And this seems to be part of someone's path, is to understand how to create here. Because this is an exercise and a proof of what it is that you have accomplished and how you've evolved. So for someone here, you may be on the fence about deciding something for your earthly life, or deciding something about the stability inside of your life. So the message that's coming through here, if we even look, they're about to cross onto this threshold, which is all this red and orange and yellow. And these are very earthly colors, right? This is our rooting. This is our sexuality, our family, our creativity. This is our stability. This is our sense of self-identity. So there's something that we're meant to step into in our activation here as people, right? Our self-actualization. There's a decision about your self-actualization that has to be made, because in floating in these realms and understanding these concepts, this isn't the point. The path is found here. So whoever this message is for, this protective spirit is trying to get your eyes to turn from the sky onto the earth. and to understand that whatever it is that we've been charged to do, whatever it is that we feel is part of our destiny or part of our soul's mission, the point is to do it here, right? To actualize ourselves as human beings and to work that magic here. So I'm going to leave this here. It's a shorter message, but whoever this message is for, if this resonates for you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment, and until next time.